Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Wherever you are, wherever you happen to be, welcome to another edition of the Living World of Darkness Black Magic. The scene is not necessarily set in any one place or any one time. The scene is actually set within another person's own mind, another person's own consciousness. Well, you can't really call it consciousness. We have here a sleeper sleeping, a sleeper sleeping and dreaming a dream that can only be regarded as, well, perhaps prophetic in one sense of the word. We have Noah. Noah, you are currently, well, the last thing you truly remember is passing out after a good nightcap. You don't really drink that often, but tonight just seemed like the night to go ahead and relax. The nights just seemed like the night to go ahead and have a really, really deep sleep. But here you are. You've had these kind of dreams before. These kind of dreams that seem more lucid than anything else. But this one takes a very, very particular curiosity to you. In past dreams, you're able to walk around. In past dreams, you're able to talk. To who? You don't really know. But these entities, these strange beings, would always converse in a rather backwards manner. They would talk and speak nonsense. They would talk backwards. They would talk about ridiculous things, such as the moon and the stars being their own celestine powers. They would talk about these different wise ways, these different arts, the ways of even your ancestor. Some of these ideas you go ahead and research after the fact. You keep a dream journal beside your bed just for shits and giggles, but this time, this is something different. You're not speaking to any strange thing. You're not even recounting a memory of the day. No. Actually, you're standing in front of a house. The house depicted here. It seems like a townhouse. It seems as if it has been long in ruin, as if it hasn't seen a residence in quite a long time. But you see this house. What do you do?
Noah is gonna take a look at the house, take a look around. What? Oh my, wow. This doesn't usually happen. Maybe I should lay off the drinks next time. Where the hell am I?
You go ahead and walk around. You go ahead and see the front stoop, actually. The front stoop seems to have a wide open door, and you hear something. You're not sure exactly what it is, but it seems like a very, very off scratching. It's not a scratching of wood on wood, or even the scratching of hinges. You hear the breaking of glass, in fact. You hear the breaking of glass, and then a scratching of something really sharp on wood.
Hello?
You hear that in response coming from inside the building.
He's gonna. Whoa! Oh shit! I don't have it on me. Fuck. Hi?
You hear that gasping voice getting closer and closer to you. And it's that moment that you instantly realize this throat should be right in that corridor that you're looking through, but you don't see anybody, no visible presence. and that throating voice, that disgusting Flemville voice is getting ever so much closer to the front door.
Noah's gonna like, what the hell? And he's gonna walk around. Actually, he's gonna walk around the house. Just like keeping an eye on what the hell, what the fuck, the hell is this? Where? How did I even?
You start to step around the house, move away from the rather disturbing noise, whatever the hell it is, and as you go ahead and walk around the house, around the side, you notice that there's a sensation of falling. There's a sensation of falling, of stepping through the ground completely and utterly, falling into the earth. And the only thing you can really remember after that, the only really bright image that comes to the forefront, is the image of one of your professors, actually, before you wake up with a really loud alarm.
Shut up! Where the hell did I put my clock? Oh, fuck, there it is. How did I turn it? Fuck it. Pulls out. Pulls out the power source. Like, I'll remember later how to actually turn this off properly. Fuck.
Your dream journal is already open, and your pen is already resting inside of it.
He's gonna squint his eyes. Look around.
Nobody's here. It seems as if your roommate has already went ahead and vacated.
That son of a bitch.
There's an entry written there.
What does it read?
You read it, and it's within your own handwriting, so conceivably your roommate could have been able to forge this, but just has a few words. Two things. An address and a name. The address will lead you outside the city quite briefly to the more rural area of Long Island, and the name just simply reads Harold.
You can pick up the book, look at the address, flip it over. Oh, the fuck? This is all kinds of weird. He's gonna take a piece of paper and actually write down the address. Harold, what the hell? Like, the fuck? Put it in his phone. Wait, I have the day off today. Do I? No. Yes, I do.
You in fact do.
He's gonna take a look around, make sure he has. Actually, what he's gonna do is he's gonna get on his computer and like search for the address. Like, yeah, it takes you to like this rural area on Long Island. But seeing as he lives on the Nassau County College, it's like, where the hell is this actually? And what does it look like?
You want to go ahead and look at the Google imaging maps?
Yep.
There's nothing there but a blank field. Ah, scratch that. Apparently there's an outhouse.
There is so much nope to this shit. Eh, what?
There is, however, there's something. Well, you've had these feelings before. You've had this feeling once before when you went ahead and chose your major, actually. You've had this feeling once or twice before whenever you entered a new relationship, in fact. And those gut feelings, they don't often serve you wrong. They're just always come out of the blue, as if another invisible hand was guiding you.
There is so much dope to this. Fuck it, let's go.
Very well. We will go ahead and briefly entangle ourselves from student life to go ahead and briefly entangle ourselves into street life. We go ahead and we start the scene with the orphan and the hollow one conversing and talking to one another. Tomi already having a message relayed to her via a phone number that she would recognize from Jericho to come and meet him at such and such location. He goes ahead and puts the subject of this meeting as street level magic with a K.
The response is, and I was just about to have a nap. But yeah, sure.
In the middle of conversing with Maggie, she's just like, have you ever heard of... She looks at the phone, street magic? Magic. Magic.
Wasn't that the title of David Blaine's last DVD?
I don't
She says
know.
that she's currently on an art wall set up for various quote-unquote legit graffiti artists around the city. Hands covered in paint and the like.
I don't know. You think that guy was legit? I mean, she shows her the phone and shows that it is from Jericho.
She holds her arms at her side and looks at the phone and... Well, he did get very drunk.
Well, yeah, but he can't still be drunk, can he?
You know, with enough influence in certain circles, so to speak, you could probably extend any sensation as long as you wanted.
So do you think, like, Jericho's out there drunk and casting fireballs in the street?
Maggie just kind of chuckles to herself. Not if he's smart.
Well, that's where the drunk comes in, isn't it?
He did let us put him in a high chair last night.
That was so funny. I wish I could have kept a picture of it. You should have drawn it.
I'll draw it from memory when time serves me.
Okay. She texts him back. Address?
Goes ahead and sends you an address and a time of day.
She shows Maggie the phone. So we've given another time and an address. You want to go meet Death again? Come on. It's always fun when we get mysterious addresses and times.
Can I see the phone real quick?
Yeah, she'll hand it to her.
She looks at it, grabs a marker, writes down the address on her wrist, and then picks up a spray paint can and sprays the screen. That's better. Hands it back.
Did you just ruin my phone?
Maybe. Or enhanced.
You just ruined my phone, you bitch.
I'm sure you'll find some creative way to get back at me.
And I have another one in here anyway. She digs around in her shit, pulls out another, like, phone. It's slightly older, but she pulls out the SIM card, puts it back in it. Alright. So, let's see, how long from now is this? I think we have time to make it if we leave now.
How fast can you jog? She says as she picks up her bag and gets out the nail polish remover to clean her arms off before grabbing up the skateboard.
Jog, I'm gonna ride my bike.
Alright then, let's go.
Cool, race you there, he says as she starts up the motorcycle.
Maggie will set the motorcycle down and grab a hold of the back of the motorcycle, putting on a helmet, though.
Oh, is this what we're doing tonight? Sweet. Hold on tight. And she's going to take off.
I don't gym with crabs! This is a bad idea!
Terrible, terrible, awful idea. We have made several really, really bad life decisions just when in the first section of this particular scene. But we will go ahead and fast forward things just a tiny bit. You go ahead and drive down the long, windy roads outside of the city, over the bridge, through the suburbs, into the more rural areas. The hills, they don't exactly roll. We're too close to the seaboard for that kind of shenanigans and nonsense. But as you go ahead and travel further, you realize that the comforts and mainstays of the city are starting to evaporate right before your very, very eyes. You go ahead and go from paved street to gravel street to just a goddamn dirt path, really, until you finally go ahead and see it, because it's really, really hard to see. But you see the postal numbers more painted on than anything else. But you see 1-2 Suburban Top Hat Avenue. And what you see is a townhouse, much as is on the screen here. It is old, it is derelict. It seems to have been made from a hodgepodge of different designs and building schematics, actually. You notice that one part of the building is starting to jut out at a quite awkward angle. The third story has an extra room that just sits there on the outside of any of the other four walls. It's really disturbing. That should not be, but it is anyways. You look around as you stop your vehicle. You notice besides that, there happens to be an outhouse out yonder, as well as one man you might recognize. Well, I hope you do recognize. It would be very, very sad if you didn't. But you recognize the face of Jericho Ogma, or at least the face he's currently wearing. He seems to be leaning against the railing of the stoop. And he's just going to go ahead and watch as you come by and sort of wave you over.
Toby will pull up next to him, hopefully with a neon still hanging onto the back of her bike.
There are hand impressions in the cargo bar as she lets go, just shaking. You didn't tell me there was going to be a road.
Well, I'm not used to whatever this is. She kills the power and like hops off. Hey, Jericho.
Good afternoon, ma'am. How you doing, Tommy? How you doing, Neon?
Pretty good. I got another mysterious address in time. So what are we doing this time? She rubs her hands together.
Jericho will also mimic your movements by clasping his hands and rubbing it, and simply look to you and say, all right, what did you learn from the last adventure that you went on?
I learned that there was an area outside of time. I learned that death is an actual entity. I learned that she doesn't like dead things. She points at Neon. And
Sears.
I learned that crazy shit always happens when Jericho gives you a time and an address.
Very, very good lessons. Neon, what did you learn?
That you are a cruel, cruel man.
Tis a valid perception of the situation, yes. What you two witnessed and experienced the last time was a juncture. A juncture is a place where the real world and the invisible world so much that they start to overlap. But the trick is that during a juncture, they overlap just the once, periodically, on a timely basis. That particular juncture was to a subway station in Queens that led you into a piece of the dark umbra. That, yes, yeah, umbra stands for umbrella, which means everything under one thing.
She looks at Jericho, pretty sure he's full of shit with that. But okay.
In any case, what do you see behind me?
Tommy looks behind him.
You see the derelict house. You see the front stoop. You see that the floorboards have gone ahead and decayed, and much of the white paint has gone ahead and flaked away. Most of this flaking goes ahead and leads to the front step and the front door. And past the front door happens to be somewhat of a corridor, dark.
I see a shitty abandoned house.
Okay. Let me ask you this then. What happens when you activate your time sight?
Tommy, having actually remembered her sunglasses for once, pulls them out of her pocket. They're just a pretty big black pair of sunglasses with a great big crack in each lens, and she puts them on.
You go ahead and put on the sunglasses.
And absolutely nothing.
You get a headache.
She just squints for a minute, takes the sunglasses off, rubs her head. I don't know. Your turn.
Well, that's the thing. This is something for you to see. I was never really that well versed on a situation that happened here, but it did involve a lot of, how do we want to call it? Time abnormalities, or what the fuck did he call it? He goes ahead and scratches his head. Runtime errors. Yeah, runtime execution errors.
Runtime execution errors. I don't know what that means.
Neither one of you two are computer scientists, I take it.
Nope.
A runtime error is simply a glitch in the system that happens during execution. Try looking at this place again, but take your time with it.
Alright. He's gonna put on the sunglasses again. A few deep breaths, rub her temples to try to shake the headache. Okay, what is here? I'm not seeing anything.
Goes ahead and looks at you. I thought that you were. Let it come. Just let it come.
Look,
Don't get
I'm a little
frustrated. Just let it
stressed.
come.
Sorry.
Just calm down. Calm down. You want a cigarette?
Yeah.
Hands you over a box.
And she takes it, lights one up. Alright. If it doesn't work this time, I'm finding some new sunglasses. She sees.
Okay, you go ahead and don your sunglasses. The world gets darker, and those cracks between the lenses gonna go ahead and give you a double vision of the house, and you get another double vision, another one, and another one, and another one. It seems as if this building, this decrepit old building, is starting to show itself to you in ways you've never really imagined. It shows it right here, the decrepit self, and it shows a different version of itself. Brand new, brand spanking new, but much, much smaller, actually. And it goes ahead and shows you an even different view, one of a gigantic, grandiose mansion. And in an instant, it goes ahead and shows you a blank field where nothing was ever erected here to begin with.
This doesn't make any sense.
No, it really.
Why is it in so many places at once? So many times at once, whatever. Why are there so many of it?
From what they tell me, something happened in this house. Now, the whole point of that entire story, I would tell you, is simply they went ahead and asked me to destroy this place as quickly and utterly as possible, and I'd around. I went ahead and destroyed it with all the entropic energy that I could. But you know what happened? It built itself right back up.
How'd it do that? So you destroy one of them, but then it goes to a different point in time, and then it's back. So it's set up at all these times.
This building, whatever it once was, whether it was a family home or a farmhouse or whatever the jack shit it had to be, at one point in time something happened here that was so goddamn traumatic and then just fueled with all this pathos and energy that it kicked this very, very site off of the time stream. Think of it like this. Do you believe in ghosts?
Yeah, I don't see why not at this point.
Looks over at Neon. Do you believe a place can have a ghost?
I can conjure fire and lightning bolts whenever I want, whenever I deem it necessary. I am not going to put anything out of the realm of possibility.
Fair enough. What I need from you two, because I recognize there's some bit of timey-wiminess to little Miss Firecracker over there. I need to know where to hit this thing. I need to know how to destroy it completely and utterly without it coming back.
So, how do you destroy the ghost of a place? I don't get it.
To destroy a ghost of the place, usually you would have to touch the spiritual world around such a place. But this isn't a ghost per se. It's a temporal reflection. I have no way of touching a temporal reflection. That's why it came back. That's what I need you two to figure out.
So we gotta get rid of whatever's doing this time shit to it.
Mm-hmm. My previous Cabal thought they had figured it out. They went in here, and they went ahead and look around. Apparently there's an attic that has some really interesting, really fucked up items. You could call that the heart of the house. But they went ahead and took that heart and left with it. It came back.
The heart of the house came back too?
It still came back. No, what I should say is they took the heart of the house, they took it outside, they lost it, they found it again, they destroyed it. However, this house built itself back, right back up, even without its heart.
Okay. She looks over at Neon, see if she's got any gears turning.
Maggie looks over and shrugs. Don't look at me. I don't deal in spirit and time and all that. It's not my area of expertise.
I don't know shit about spirits. I have kind of a knack for time, but it's hard to harness. I don't know.
Well, here's what's your command of the mind sphere, both of you?
Pretty basic.
Well, the basics are what helped me and my lot a lot. Here's the trick. if you two want to share perceptions of what you see, you can try to do so. It's not going to be a perfect vision. It's not going to be a perfect perception. You aren't going to have a screen-in-screen type thing, but you'll get the certain kind of feeling that, well, whatever sight is currently showing to you. So, Tommy, if you want to lend Maggie over there your time sight, you can. Just gotta ping her with the mind.
Okay, so it's like telepathy.
Yes and no. It won't be true telepathy.
So all I have to do I have to use it and then give it to her? Or,
Yes.
okay, I'll try this. And she'll walk over and she doesn't really have a specific way of doing mind type things yet, so she just kind of like smacks Neon in the forehead.
Ow! Maggie will smack her back.
Ow! I was doing something.
You go ahead and
You see anything?
activate. Yes, you go ahead and activate your time sight, and you go ahead and lend a portion of it towards your rather violent friend, Neon. You don't see exactly everything, but you see a general haze around this particular building. And much more than that, you see how the haze goes ahead and, gets more and more dense. The further up in the house and the further inside the house you actually go ahead and perceive. It's strange, it's weird. You're seeing it as an energy field, not the kaleidoscoping of images that Tomei sees. No, it's like a diffusion cloud of electrons, actually.
That's interesting.
So I figure with this active, we can see where the weird stuff is, specifically. So, like, I guess we go inside?
Okay, if you want to.
Just the two of us?
Well,
He
if you
shrugs.
want me along, I'll go ahead and steal the spotlight from you.
She just grabs Tommy's arm, grumbling. Motherfucker knows everything. You know everything's sitting in a fucking high chair and drunk on her ass.
She just follows behind her happily.
All right, then. The two of you go ahead and start to enter the premises. This is what you see. You look into the corridor. To the left, you see a staircase that extends upward, and you see the lights that hang down, all of which are in a state of disrepair, all of which are covered in a very, very, very thick layer of dust. And you can swear you can see some cobwebs and a spider just willing to bite you, or bite anything else. Ticketed meal, whatever. Towards your right, you can see a pretty damn open living room, actually. In the living room, from what you can see, there's a couch that has a really, really nasty red stain on it, on the back of the couch. And, of course, at the end of the corridor, there are 3 masks.
I'm just gonna roll for something now, so I don't have to do it later. I'm good.
Bam, you're good.
He looks at the red stain and just takes a few breaths, kind of clenches the hand she has on Tommy's like bicep really, really hard, not realizing it.
Tomei pats her. It's okay, maybe it's clamato juice.
In your diffusion cloud, Neon, that red stain is burning like the sun. Well, at least it's burning brighter than the surroundings. You, Tommy, you go ahead and see the red stain. and you see something else. It's like a kaleidoscope of different images, like you saw before. The couch there, the couch new, the couch with a stand on it, and a person sitting on that couch with his head split open. But that's all.
Tomi does a double take at it. Oh, no, not Clamato juice. Definitely not Clamato juice. She's gonna peek up. What's upstairs?
You guys want to go upstairs? All right.
I want to wait for the rest of the party.
She's
That's what I
just
wanna do.
looking. She's like looking up the stairs. If she can't see anything, that's cool.
Oh, there is something certainly up there, and I will describe that particular scene in a moment. People who are coming into the party late, and people who did not know there was going to be a party. Go.
At this point, the sound of a Vespa can be heard in the distance. A bad, old Vespa, mind you. And on which Harold arrives. He's, dressed in slacks and a button-up shirt. Jericho, hi. What are we doing here?
Harold, my man, it has been a long-ass time. Jericho's actually going to walk over and give you a big hug.
Uh,
How you been keeping yourself?
in different dimensions.
Of course, like us all. You could have the big sleep just like everybody else?
Well, before that, different dimensions, and then sleepy time. So yay. And something murdering and hobos, but I'm not sure about that part.
Are you still sleeping in the streets?
No, I never did.
Really? You look at him and he's like scratching his head like, okay, fair enough. My mistake. I thought worldly possessions were like not your thing.
Well, let's put it like this. There should not be the first thing on your mind, but they can be useful when used for the right purposes, as you well know.
Mm-hmm. I do in fact know. So, really, thanks for coming out. Have you met any of the new wild talent around town?
I met one chick at Rupert's. She likes to set things on fire or use static shocks to annoy people.
Small, Asian?
Annoying.
Fair enough. Do you feel like working with her today? Because I kind of set them on a little assignment for me.
You really want me to be the adult?
Yes, I need you to be the adult.
And who's
They're-
they? I only know one.
Well, there's the short Asian that you do know, and there's actually a much more, Jericho goes ahead and raises his hands instead of to do wavy motions, some sort of a psycher artist of some sort. They seem to be tied at the hip.
If I didn't know better, I would use one of my students' quotes. Burn the mutant. Burn the mutant.
That might be her paradigm. The wild talent takes anything and everything, including pop culture, to explain their magic.
Yeah. Also, that would be Tommy's thing anyway. So.
Well, fair enough. Do you feel like lending a hand here?
Well, I'm here now, aren't I?
Alright.
And you know how much gas costs? Not much for a Vespa, but you know.
Right. Do you know the history of this place?
Not a clue.
Okay. The long and short of it is...
Cliff Notes.
Yeah. The long and short of it is this place is out of sync with time.
Okay.
There was a fairly traumatic event that happened in the past to kick this thing out of the time stream. Not only that, but there are a few things inside the house that are roaming around. A few months ago, Mike Ball and a few others ripped this thing's heart out and walked away with it.
What was the heart?
Actually, a film reel.
Okay, go on.
A film reel depicting several, murders, assassinations, the like. What probably caused the time stream to break here. The thing is, they destroyed it. I destroyed the house. The house came back.
Okay, so something else is keeping it here, basically, is what you're saying.
That, or we weren't able to reverse the phenomenon in the first place.
Fair enough. Any other details I should know?
Any other details you should know? Right. If you encounter anybody inside with a mask, they are not friendly.
Okay, fair enough. Any other things I should know about this person/thing?
Okay, the anchor of the house seems to be on the upper levels.
Mm-hmm.
In the attic. That's where they found it last time.
Right.
I don't know if it's still there.
Fair enough. Alright, so let's think about this for a second. The murders displayed on this film of yours, were they inside the house or just random?
That's the thing. The first reel of tapes showed all the murders within inside the house. However, we uncovered other reels that showed us other atrocities that happened elsewhere.
Okay.
From what we pieced together of the timeline, the first video happened in some sort of rural townhouse in upper New York. The second one happened here. There was a third and a fourth. And the thing is, once we took the heart of the house outside, more videotapes started to get produced.
Okay. Have you tried seeing what happened at each of these places?
Not really. They were more concerned with getting rid of the heart before anything else. And before they got rid of the heart started to expand outwards into the city, started to infect the internet. That was really nasty. So before any more damage could be done, they just destroyed it.
Right, okay. Fair enough. Give me a moment to think on this, because it's a bit of much information to take in all at once.
Take your time.
But yes, I'll see what I can do to help out.
Yep, go be a babysitter.
Alright.
Tell them that Jericho sent you so they don't freak out on you.
You did tell him about the mask guy, right? Or mask thing, whatever it is. No. Oh, great.
They didn't ask.
Oh, fun. Next time, give all the details, please.
That is one of their first lessons to learn, to ask for details.
At this point, Harold will grab Jericho by the shoulders and shake him. It is a detail that needs to be repeated multiple times to everyone who is near and about to do your work for you when it might kill them.
It didn't kill the last group of people that came in.
Yes, harm, hurt, whatever.
Go ahead and shake him rather violently. Wait. You done? You done? You done?
Yes. Before I forget to ask and go inside, is there anything else you would like to divulge about anything in any minute relation to this building?
It's all set on a different time stream. Time is very interesting there, as well as correspondence.
Okay. Fucking hell, dude. Alright. Well, and you see something appear on well below the button-up shirt. You see something glow for a second. It's a design, and obviously I'm using time sight.
You can go ahead and roll it, or you can describe more your particular paradigm.
Harold just closes his eyes, first of all, and just focuses on his place in the world, but not only that, but his place in time, in the history of the universe. He knows that he is infinitesimally unimportant, but he still does his part as his intention is, as is intended by the universe itself for him. He just imagines and looks at what could happen, what will happen, what may never happen, and then activates his time sight.
All right, fair enough. You go ahead and look at this house with your time sight active, and you imagine 3 different rivers flowing. Well, not exactly rivers, not water, but time and material matter, slipping away into 3 different directions. One going into the past, one staying here in the present along your own timeline, and the other one flowing deeper and deeper into the future. The one that flows deeper and deeper into the future sees this house go ahead and construct, deconstruct, construct, deconstruct, construct, deconstruct, for ad infinitum. And it's always the same structure, and it's always the same decrepit structure as well. Going backwards, you notice that this house gets decommissioned, unbuilt. There is a plain path here, and in the present, you see these 2 visions overlap constantly, ever so constantly. The state of this place is never stable once.
Okay. Obvious. And this is once again to Jericho. Alright, so this place is in 3 timelines at once, apparently. What do you say we try and get into one? The one that we're supposed to be in.
Fair enough. Go ahead and see if you can find a videotape being recorded in the attic with your sight.
No. Correspondence, I would assume?
Actually, a wits roll. You already have the time sight active. Now Jericho's asking you to get the particular time stamp.
Fair enough. Boop. Absolutely nothing right now.
Unfortunately, you do not get as close as you need to be. However, your sight is going ahead and throwing you about 10 years back.
Okay.
10, 20 years back. You're getting close. It's not exact, but it's close enough.
Yeah. Well, at least I have, a frame of reference, if nothing else. Alright. Last thing, Jericho. I hope you got some backup just in case.
I am the backup.
Oh, God. And Harold will walk inside.
Alright. Turning the action back to those 2 who are already inside. I believe Tommy was looking up?
Yes.
Okay. You look up. You see that kaleidoscope of different images before you of a brand new plaster of old decayed wood with the paint peeling off. And oh, this is interesting. That's a man that is currently typing in front of the air, and he seems to be covered in some really, really awful neon light. No, it's not, he's not covered in neon light. His his veins seem to be glowing for some odd reason, but that image only stays in your mind for like a brief fucking second.
Tommy looks over at Neon. That's weird as fuck.
What exactly?
I saw a person up there. I guess he was typing, I don't know, all glowy and shit. Like, there was something really seriously wrong with that guy.
Maggie will lean over to look up.
You see that electron cloud before you, and you don't see anybody, but you definitely see a shape, a shade, an intense ball of energy there 1 second, on the next. It seems to pop in and out of your vision as it proceeds further along the upstairs and seems to be walking out of your view.
Okay, so what you perceive as a person, I'm getting the feeling I perceive as electron clouds, which is interesting. I don't know what to do. I mean, we could set the place on fire, but I don't think that would stop anything.
Let's keep looking around down here first.
Maggie will go to where the masks are. Take a look at them.
Tommy will follow.
All right. Fair enough, fair enough. You can go ahead and walk towards the masks. As you walk down the corridor, you see, well, Halloween masks. One of which is a very stereotypical witch, green, long nose. Another one seems to be just a cape, some fake fangs, and a very, very stupid blindfold mask with slits etched into it so you can see through. And the other one is a full-bodied werewolf. To the left, you see a door, and through the door, you see the trappings of a kitchen.
Maggie will point towards the werewolf. So what your boyfriend looks like?
It growls at you.
Son of a... She
Whoa,
jumps up
what the
into
fuck?
Tommy's arms.
Tommy, like, she holds her and, like, you know, Scooby-Doo, like, takes a few steps backwards.
Zoinks!
Right. Harold, you're walking into this particular part of the scene. As you jump into the house, well, not jump in, walk in, whatever you want to do, you see these two women on the other side of this corridor, and you see the three masks there that Jericho went ahead and warned you about.
Mm-hmm.
One of which happens to be moving.
Okay.
It seems as if there's somebody in the werewolf costume that is starting to actually come to life, and it's
Alright.
growling.
Fair enough.
Like, Tomes, it's coming to life, coming after us!
Alright. Give me 1 second. Oh, God. I'll start walking up to it. And in the meantime, I'll grab something from my chest pocket, which is the size of a toothpick at the moment. You obviously should know what this is.
Okay. Assuming that Tommy is starting to step backwards with Maggie in her arms.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As Tommy and Maggie go ahead and step back from this feral beast that's starting to manifest, in that it's a fucking guy in a costume that's starting to be really, really a dick and starting to growl like a fucking werewolf, it goes ahead and changes its target from the two women towards the man that seems to be going after it. It's like, "Grrrr!" It starts
Whoa.
to...
After, straight at it, would
Yes.
be the correct term.
Okay, fair enough. My grammar is terrible, apparently. But
It's
go ahead.
fine.
Harold, you have the action. This thing, whatever it is, this jackass in a costume is starting to barrel towards you.
Alright. Is it okay? Can I assume that this is an attack, basically? That is,
It,
it is coming at me to hurt me.
it's coming at you with what seems to be hostile intent.
Fair enough, thank you. Well, basically extend the staff and ready action for when he gets close enough to take a swipe at what would be his legs to basically get him on his back and potentially hurt him, obviously.
Oh, okay, go ahead and roll. Go ahead and throw, because that is exactly what's going to happen.
Cool beans. Let me grab my character sheet real quick. Why do I even need a character sheet? It's 10 dice. At difficulty 6. It is legs, but I get -1 difficulty for using dough. Boop. Oh, look! Hold on. Do I have the staff specialty?
Wow.
Oh my
no,
god.
dough doesn't get specialties. That's the problem.
Well, it doesn't?
No, dough doesn't allow specialties as a secondary skill. 9 hits.
Okay.
I think I take his legs off at that point.
You want me to describe it, or do you?
Go
I got
ahead.
something awesome.
Go ahead.
Okay. You go ahead and for the two women that are witnessing this outrageous stunt, this man is very, very nicely dressed man, actually, has gone ahead, walked through the corridor, picked out a small little tiny itty-bitty toothpick from his jacket pocket, swung it once, it extended into a huge goddamn fucking pole, and with that goddamn fucking pole, he goes ahead and just notches the end of the staff behind this werewolf's foot, and just goes ahead and twirls it all around the goddamn corridor, going from the bottom to the absolute top. And this werewolf, completely caught off surprise, goes ahead and essentially, not only does he fall back, his very legs go out from under him, and his head goes ahead and cracks hard against the floor. Conk.
Holy shit. It's the nerd to our rescue, and Tommy's going to gently set Neon down.
Yes. Thank you, oh damsel in distress.
That was so cool.
Yeah, it was.
Maggie's looking to see if the werewolf is dead.
The werewolf doesn't seem to be moving at the moment.
I did not intend to kill it, though. I will
I know.
reiterate that.
Yep,
It
I
may
know.
be knocked out.
You know exactly which part of the head can take a really, really hard hit. You know that it's a very, very small portion of the head, and even you're starting to consider whether or not this thing is still alive. It's not moving. You know you did good. You know you did really, really awesome.
Yeah.
And you're not sure whether this guy needs medical attention or not.
Oh, dude. Actually, no. Give me a second. I just need to read something real quick. Blah, 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 blah. Alrighty, cool. Well, add life sight, I guess.
Oh yeah, you can definitely add the life sight. Bing! This thing isn't living.
Fair enough. Hey, it actually helps to know that, too.
There's no life signs here.
Besides the other two, I assume.
Oh yeah, the other two are definitely here. There's no life signs coming from the costume.
Fair enough.
There's no life signs coming from the other two costumes either. Oh wait,
Alright.
they're gone, aren't they?
Oh, shit. Okay. Let me think. So, remove life, I guess, because it's useless at this point. I guess switch through, well, keeping time up, I would say spirit, maybe, and matter, I guess, would be the next two choices.
Roll it, my good sir.
Yes, sir. Difficulty how much? Actually,
Just the regular difficulty.
that's 3 plus 1. I guess 4. There you go.
All right, fair
Three
enough.
successes. 3 successes. Regular difficulty doesn't exist in Mage. Silly.
You go ahead and regular difficulty first, fair. In any case, moving on. You go ahead and ping Spirit Sight, Matter Sight in conjunction with your Time Sight, and yeah, you notice that river is starting to flow through the werewolf costume, actually, in 3 different directions, just as much. But you notice that its current timeline flow is starting to peter out. Actually, it's starting to dry up quite entirely.
Okay.
And as it starts to dry up entirely, it starts to fade away from the scene. Neon, that electron cloud that this thing had, starting to disperse. And tell me, no more images of it being around or active are currently kaleidoscoping through your vision.
What the hell? It's just gone. She looks at both of them. Or rather at Harold.
Because Neon decided to disappear for a second. Yeah, well, this is a mystery that has to be solved before I get really annoyed by the whole thing. Yeah. Alright, I don't have enough details on this whole crap fest. Okay, what do we know? We have these things that once you hit them hard enough over the head, they basically disappear in time somehow. We have the movies. We have to go upstairs to find them, see what they're all about.
We're looking for movies?
Basically, apparently the heart of this house, as you want to call it, is some type of film reel on which people get murdered or murder scenes or whatever. I honestly don't care. They're horrible things. Let me think. Alright, we need to find that first. If we find that out, find out what it is and where it comes from, maybe we'll get at least a clue, if nothing else. Is that agreeable to you?
Yeah, I think so.
Alright.
I saw there was something weird going on with the couch in the other room. Looks like somebody died there.
Alright, let's go, yeah, let's go take a look at it. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe we can figure something out from there, and hopefully Jericho has some idea in the meantime.
Well, Max?
Noah at this point, who has been wandering like this, screams so much. Nope. Fuck it, let's go. Oh, 1 second.
Apparently it was yes this time.
Totally here, people. No.
I hate my family.
You here?
Yeah, I'm here. He's just thinking to himself, wait, hold on. As he's getting a bit lost in his own thoughts, he just continues to wander, just continues to walk until he suddenly just stands in front of this house again.
You stand in front of this house. It is you understand that it was breaking dawn about 3 hours ago, so this is early morning for you, at least. You see the house. Nobody is around. It seems quite derelict and quite alone.
He's just going to close his eyes for a second and listen.
You listen. You go ahead and hear the rural sounds coming in from all around you. You hear, well, you remember hearing that guttural sound, that coughing, whizzing throat. You don't hear it right now, but you know that inside that corridor is where it was coming from.
Okay. Come on, Hayashi. Hayashi, Noah's gonna step towards step towards the front door, and before he even enters it, he's just gonna crouch down and place his hand on where a doormat would be. And then just like place a bit of pressure on the floor, so like this can actually fall to pieces when I step on it.
You go ahead and place your hand on these wooden planks that make up the stoop, as well as the porch. They seem sturdy enough. You notice uncomfortably that one part of the wood goes ahead and bends under the weight, but not too much.
Okay. No trouble. And he's gonna stand up, and he's gonna step inside whilst walking around, looking around.
Okay, you step inside. The early morning sun is starting to pierce into this corridor. You look to the other end of the corridor. It seems to be blocked up with a lot of junk, actually. Trash, bottles, a couch that has a really, really weird red stain on it seems to block your passage. You look towards the right, and you notice that there is a threshold here, but somebody has gone through quite a deal of effort to board it up. It seems as if you've just walked in the corridor, and there's this corridor, but the only way to go happens to be up. Up the staircase, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna take a look up the staircase.
We are at the couch, by the way, just so you know.
Oh, you guys think you're here at the same time.
Oh, like that. Okay, sorry. Okay.
Nope.
Carry on.
'Tis a venture about time in Mage. I can do whatever the freak I want with it.
He's gonna look up the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
And he's actually gonna reach for his pistol. Not draw it, just make sure it's there.
For protection, of course.
Mm-hmm. And just listen for 5 seconds, and if he hasn't heard anything, why am I doing this? Proceeds to walk up the stairs.
You walk up the stairs. Each and every step brings with it a new disturbing sound of a creak of wood, very, very old wood starting to bend under your weight. It seems to still, support you, but every step you're not so certain about it anymore as you go ahead and climb higher and higher and higher, and that's when the weird stuff starts to happen. You've had that gut feeling before, over and over and over, as if there was some invisible hand guiding you. No, more than that. It's as if the entire universe was conspiring against you, for you, whatever. You haven't lived a charmed life. You've had your worst experiences, you've had your misfortunes, but every so often you'll get a good swing at life when everything goes ahead and falls into perfect place. This is one of those moments. This is one of those absolute perfect moments. Each step that you take must have been preordained. The universe is not telling you, not directing you, but allowing you to walk these steps before you, in front of you, there happens to be access to some sort of attic. You see the ladder just hung there, perfectly for you. This idea, this thought, is at the at the forefront of your mind. All of this is not what's supposed to be happening, but it is happening just for you. Do you gawk? Do you hesitate? Do you stand? Or are you brave enough to walk on through?
What he's actually gonna do is he's gonna reach out with his hand. One actually behind him, one in front of him. And then close his hands as if they were fists, and then looks like he starts pulling at both sides. And then he pulls again at the front. And then he just thinks, that looks good, that was good. Alright.
As you close your eyes, as you're making these movements, as you're essentially grabbing a hold of nothing but air, you feel it. You feel the universe. It is responding to you right now. When you pull, it comes along with your fist. When you pull in front of you, towards you, you feel that ladder coming towards you. You don't see it, you feel it. This is something that is happening, my good sir.
What he's then gonna do is he's gonna reach out again and then pull once more, and actually take steps with each pull towards that ladder until he's then gonna grab that ladder.
It does in fact reach your hands. You can go ahead and grasp that rung. When you grasp that rung, you're set out of your stupor just for a single second. Just for a single second, you're stepped out of that stupor, and then you realize that second is going on forever. You've been thinking about this for much longer than you've actually been doing this. Your mind has been racing, looking at every single possibility over and over and over and over and over again, but it's only been a second. You've never, ever thought this quickly in your entire life.
This does not scream nope. As he's grabbing the ladder, and if he can go up, he'll go up.
You ascend in more ways than one. Your head goes clear into the darkness, and we return to other actions. Hello, people downstairs. What are you doing?
Looking at a couch, apparently.
You're looking at the couch. Fantastic. What are we doing in this living room?
Well, tell me, please.
Okay, fair enough.
Shows Harold the couch. She's like, this is where I found the body. Well, saw the body, sort of. There was a body here at one point.
Okay.
You look at the couch. You look around the living room as well. There seems to be an open door that leads into probably a blanket and pillow closet. You see a hearth that would have been used to heat up the room. Nothing really spectacular about this room except for the couch that, as you can see through your visions,
Mm-hmm.
a clean couch, a dirty couch, and a stained couch.
Alright, okay.
All superimposed on one another.
Alright. No body, no nothing, I assume?
No.
Alright. Okay, so we have a couch that in 3 different timelines looks 3 times different. Okay, sure. Um. All right. Why do I get pulled into these things? Shall we go upstairs, I guess, to find what Jericho called the heart of the problem, blah, blah, blah. Weirdo.
So he sounds
Uh,
like that to you, too, when he speaks.
He sounds so dreadfully boring. Like death follows him for some reason. I don't know why.
That's not that bad.
Oh, just wait until you stay around him for quite a while.
Maggie's gonna peek her
About
head into the
upstairs.
kitchen just to see what's in there.
Okay.
You want to wander towards the kitchen? Who else wants to wander towards the kitchen?
I'll just sigh and follow because I was planning on going upstairs, really.
Oops, we lost our neon.
Again.
Well, I'll give it about a minute. You guys can go ahead and talk amongst yourselves. I will be right back.
It's called a potty break. So yeah.
So I saw something weird upstairs too.
Okay, what was it?
I don't think this one was a dead body, but through the time sight, I saw like I saw somebody sitting up there. It looked really freaky too. Like you know how time sight makes people look freaky, but this one had like glowing molten like patterns all over. I think they were veins, but I couldn't really tell.
Okay.
Also appeared as an electron cloud to some of us.
Okay, I'm not too versed in anything scientific, so sure. Alright, what can this mean? Fuck's sake, I hate science. I also hate mysteries. Why do I do this again?
I think you just missed me. She grins.
Don't get too full of yourself, please. Thank you. Let's think this through for a second. We are here because Jericho wants us to clean up his mess because he can't do it himself because he's a lazy bastard. Okay, that part we do understand. We also know that this is something to do with time because fuck it. What else do we know? What else do we know? What else do we know?
Something bad happened here at some point.
Yeah, and it has something to do with the videotapes or movie reels or whatever that contain all these murders and other murders somehow.
Well, they said they took a heart out of this place, right?
That was the movie reel.
So maybe if there's a convergence.
Yeah, I'm thinking of somehow trying to bring back all the timelines in one.
Maybe
And
there's multiple hearts that need to be destroyed in order for this place to actually go away.
Potentially, yeah, that's one option. I would agree on that. The problem is it could also be just one heart that needs to be made whole through all the timelines first and then destroyed. Also destroyed inside this house, obviously, because last time it was destroyed outside the house and this whole place came back. Which I don't think is, useful.
Here's a question. If
Okay.
one fraction of this messed up place is causing all of this, what happens if you converge them all together and make them whole?
I don't know. I never went that far in my studies in this type of shit.
I'm not really thinking of studies so much as like, the movie with Jet Li where,
Oh, the one. Well, at that point, it becomes more a philosophical problem of how fast can you guys run?
That doesn't sound like a terribly philosophical problem.
It is when the answer is I don't want to die.
well, what about your stick? It was pretty useful.
I also got lucky. I'd rather not. I'd rather not, base my whole life on luck. I'd rather make my own luck, if nothing else.
Obviously, not a practitioner in HP.
Oh, I am. What's the point? But I just don't, use it ahead of time when it's completely useless.
All right, I am back. Did you do? Where's the party headed?
Well, we were going into the kitchen because crazy person went into the kitchen.
Crazy person went into the kitchen. Hey, crazy person, what do you see? Well, here's what you see. For whatever reason, the first thing that comes into your mind is you realize that there's no oven here. There used to be an oven, but the gas valves are right there. There's no refrigerator. There is plain counters. Plain counters and, well, what used to be the installation of an oven and what used to be an installation of the refrigerator. Again, look, all these beautiful, beautiful knobs. Tell me you're starting to trigger right now. Knobs of gas.
Oh god, alright, making the wits roll. She
What?
instead points at the knobs, looking at Harold and Neon. Wonder what those are. Do you think the place still has any gas in it? Do you think there's something else in there?
Alright, Austin, can you describe it a little bit more, please?
All right. You have wandered into the kitchen. In the kitchen, there happens to be access to the back door. There seems to be a plain porch out there, as well as the rest of the good wide world. The kitchen is quite bare, actually. You're walking on tiles, just regular kitchen tiles. Plain counters, pantries completely ripped wide open. Nothing but thick dust and a few cobwebs as well. You notice that there are some knobs as well as some pipes that are quite exposed, and what looks to be a what did I call it? Electrical outlet. There you go.
Okay.
You said there's a refrigerator in here, right?
There was. Well, yeah, there is. Let's go ahead and. Yeah, let's just say there's a refrigerator there. It doesn't seem connected. It's wide open. It's warm. Not cold at all.
Okay, so is it plugged in then, or not? Just
It is
no.
not plugged in.
Okay, fair enough. That's kind of useful to know, actually. I'll keep that in mind just in case. Alright. I'll just look around with my time site real quick. Just give the once over.
You go ahead and give it the once over, and the same exact phenomenon you see here. You see far, far into the past. You see a little bit into the future. That weird future where it keeps constructing and deconstructing itself over and over again. And in the present, it is, well, it's the present.
Alright. Thank you. I'll keep it in mind, but yeah. So nothing for what I've seen before out of the ordinary.
Nothing out of the ordinary. You see the natural progression of time in this place. There doesn't seem to have been anything traumatic happened here. That's the first thing that goes through your mind. Actually, that is the first thing that goes through your mind. You're not seeing any evidence of a struggle, a fight. Nothing. Well, something may have happened here, but it wasn't as dramatic as what happened elsewhere, particularly in the living room.
All right. Thank you.
What is Neon currently thinking?
Neon's looking at the gas valves and thinking, that's a whole world of trouble I don't want to get involved with.
Jermit! All your problems could be, swept away in a great inferno.
Yeah. Something like that.
Disco Inferno.
Disco on fire, burn, baby, burn.
I hate all of you. Anyway, I would suggest us going upstairs then to check out the place with the movie reels or whatever they were.
Mm-hmm. Does the party go ahead and consent to this?
Yep.
Yeah,
All right.
let's go.
Alright.
Walk out.
Mm-hmm.
You walk out, and you notice that the three masks are there again. They may have disappeared, but they have come back. The werewolf costume, the witch's mask, as well as the fake fangs and cape are just hanging on those three handles as you walk out of the kitchen.
Right.
Tomi's gonna keep her eye on them.
You can go ahead and keep your eye on them as you slowly back away from them.
Alright. I'll guess I'll take the rear guard.
Fair enough. You take the rear guard, and you notice that one of the masks goes ahead and shifts, but...
Shifts as in looks, or...
mask ever so much in your direction.
Mm-hmm.
Totally coincidental. I mean, there's obviously a breeze.
Obviously.
A very, very small, minute amount of force may have been applied. Enough to move the mask on the string, but not enough to actually throw it out.
Okay,
In any
sure.
case.
Alright, fair enough.
Go ahead and extricate yourself. You return to the front of the corridor. You start to take the few steps up the staircase. And this is what happens. You step, and there is a huge crash, actually, from upstairs. No, not just upstairs, the very, very ceiling, in fact. Your eyes go directly upwards, and there is this huge crack in the ceiling that is going from one end of this corridor to the other end of the corridor, and it's catching that chandelier in its wake. It again goes ahead and continues to crack. And you start to see daylight out there. No, I'm mistaken. There's no daylight. It is completely and utterly pitch black. You would expect to see a moon up there, but there is none. There is none whatsoever. And along with the crack, there is a whistling of a very, very strong wind. What is y'all's reaction?
The wind, is it strong enough to push us away, or not that strong yet?
It is not that strong yet. It's pushing down towards you, but not quite strong enough to throw you off or impede your progress too overly much.
Okay. Are we still able to get up the stairs, first of all?
Oh, yes. You're able to make it to that second story quite handily.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Ladies, I would suggest us keep moving. Something is trying to keep us away from there, it seems, but Yeah, not giving up on this shit.
Happy feelings going away rapidly.
I agree.
Fuck.
I agree.
As you go ahead and make it up to the second story, now the winds are starting to impede you quite heavily, and they seem to be coming from the other end of this walkway towards a ladder that extends upward. Go ahead and make me strength checks to stay where you are, or if you're blown back.
Actually, force a shield.
Oh, fair enough. You're good.
Gonna do the same thing.
Roll it.
Actually, I'll just put a force of shield in front of me so it deflects around me and around the others behind me.
Oh,
Okay, that I will have to ask you to roll.
Obviously. What difficulty would it be?
Essentially, you're redirecting the force of the wind already around you. You're looking at a forces 2 effect. It's
Right.
vulgar, so difficulty 6.
All right. I do believe you said there was no vulgar magic here.
I may have lied.
You are a jerk, sir. I will. Yes.
can I assist him in the cast?
No.
Yes, you can. You
Oh,
have
you
the
can.
same level of sphere. In fact, you all have forces too.
Ah, nice. Okay, cool.
You can
Teamwork,
all...
you guys.
Cool. First, spending a point of quintessence. Bam! Legend,
Tommy doesn't
bitches.
help at all.
Going to Maggie will put out both hands in front of her and gesture with curled fingers to act like she's making actually a force bubble.
Alright.
Roll it.
Cool beans.
Oh no!
You are useless.
Fudge! Oh no!
I got three successes.
Thank
Okay,
you, Harold, for being the only useful mage in the bunch.
Okay, Harold, since you are quite the adept at the magical sphere, you go ahead and throw that bubble up to go ahead and protect your, your impromptu party in front of you. You see that wind, it goes ahead and hits your shield and simply flows past it. Tommy, you try to give your own spin to whatever the hell is going on right now. It sort of fizzles before it can actually leave your own pattern. Soak. Roll your soak, Biddy.
Hang on. It's not what I...
May I describe how Harold does it in the meantime?
I soak too.
Woot. Go ahead and describe, my good sir.
As the wind is coming towards Harold, he almost what looks like a weird Tai Chi thing seems to be grabbing it with his palms and then just directing it to the side every time.
Mm-hmm.
Basically that, just motion, just like sticking the arms in front of him and then just gently moving it around him.
You are one with the universe. You go ahead and flow along with it and flow the air around you. Neon, you get punched in the face by reality. It's literally, you try to force that energy away from you, but for some reason, it went ahead and kicked back at you really hard.
You farted too hard, so it became shit.
Yeah. To describe the scene a little bit more, it seems as if your time sites are... Well, here's the thing. Time and space around this impromptu party is starting to shift. Starting to actually go backwards and forwards a little bit. And you are starting to lift? And I don't... Lift into the air? No, that doesn't seem right at all. Your perception is starting to lift. While the building is going down, your perception is starting to be lifted, as this is what you go ahead and see before you. It is a dark and stormy night. The winds blow and howl as you see this young man before you, whose gaze is transfixed. He seems to be staring off into the darkness. No, he's not staring off into the darkness. He's staring at an impossibly far away screen, actually. It is a projection reel and a projection screen that started to come very, really, really rapidly towards this particular individual. Noah, you are caught up in the midst of it. You are caught up in the wind. You are caught up between the different spaces of the world. You are high in the sky, in the atmosphere, and the entire world is revolving around you. And you can see it. You can see it. You can understand it. Your brain is going 1,000,000 miles a goddamn second, and the entire world is before you. All the weather patterns, all the cumulus clouds, everything is before you, and it's also on that screen. It is the most exhilarating experience you've ever had in your entire life.
Noah will have the biggest grin on his face that he'll ever have. He'll look around, look at the screen, look around again, look at all of this happening, look at the screen again. He'll actually reach out towards the screen as if he wants to grab it, but it's so far away. But he still wants to grab that what is there.
You grab it. There is nothing. There is nothing called space. There is no such thing as space. There is no such space as time. These are all meaningless concepts. Everything is happening now, and you understand that it's happening now. Here, you reach out, and you go ahead and grab something hard and metallic, and when you go ahead and reach back, you see a film reel, actually. The wind is blowing in your head. The wind is blowing all around you. You're currently traveling on a spaceship Earth about 1,000,000,000,000,000 miles an hour through the entirety of space around this bright little object that we call the sun.
He's gonna blow, so that the Earth's gonna go quicker.
You go ahead and you blow your own very essence into the universe, and the universe responds. It carries your breath. It carries your breath and moves mountains. It moves the earth. It moves the ocean. It is your breath. It is your air that you give back to the world, that affects the world, that affects reality, as everything is crashing now. Everything is crashing now. Something broke. Something really, really hard broke. You see all of the planets walking around in perfect little circles, and then something violently shakes the solar system, shakes the Earth. You notice ever so subtly the ellipses starting to crack, starting to form. These are no longer perfect circles. This is no longer a perfect world, as your mind trying to comprehend these things that cannot handle the new complication. You're starting to break apart ever so subtly, ever so violently, actually. You scream and scream and scream. It's a schizophrenic fucking nightmare as you're going to go ahead and fall back onto Earth, back hard onto Earth. You're getting kicked. You're getting kicked back down. This was a wonderful, wonderful experience where everything was here. All time was here, all space was here, and you had the ability to understand it all. But now you are falling fast like a goddamn comet, back to reality, back to Earth. And you find yourself actually hitting the oak wood ground in a musty old attic with something in your hands. the three party members may see some of this, may not know all of this, but for some reason, you guys have all found yourself here, in the attic of this house. There is a film projector, and there is also a projecting screen. And this man, whoever he is holding a film reel.
Ow, 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 my head.
What the fuck?
I would recognize this person, by the way. Mr. Hayashi, please care to divulge why you are here?
Oh, shit.
I am not here to tell you failed your exam. Knock it off. I don't go through that level of intense teaching.
Wait, did I fail my exam?
No, you barely passed.
Wait,
Why
what?
are you
You know
here?
this guy?
Yes, he's in my class. Don't interrupt me, please. Why are you here?
A gut feeling?
Fair enough. That's the closest thing I ever get. Okay, let me ask you this then. What are you doing here? As in, here, this room. What are you doing?
I fell down. I was up there, and then I fell down.
Where's up there?
This stars? As he realizes how weird that sounds.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Were you one with the universe somehow? Because I've done that a couple of times too. It's kind of weird. First time.
Really? Because, like, I don't know if that was it, but...
But also, let me introduce you to Tommy and other chick. I still haven't picked up her name yet.
Hi.
Hi.
Be careful of Tommy. She likes to set things on fire.
You do it one time, and suddenly that's your reputation.
No, you've done it multiple times.
Oh, 1 time, 10 times. Are you really counting?
Yes.
Okay. Hi. I'm Noah. Pleasure to meet you. Very nice. What is going on?
Well, okay, first things first. You have come to a place that is somehow involved in, well, stuff. Bad stuff. Having said that, it would appear that that might sound crazy to you.
Oh no, don't worry. Like I don't. I heard a strange guttural thingy coming from this place before I got here, so kind of figured as much.
Hey, buddy, you guy, what's that? And she points at the film reel that you're holding.
That's a good question.
You want to know what it looks like under the sights?
Please.
Yes.
That's the heart. That is the heart of most of the temporal anomalies within this place.
Fair enough.
Tommy, burn it.
What? Shouldn't we take it back to Jericho?
Well, let's put it like this. They tried to destroy it once when it was outside of the house before, and it got rebuilt, and this thing came back.
What are you talking about?
Look at bad juju based around that film reel. Put it down. Our Bagul will get you. And she makes, like, the scary fingers. Ooh.
Please don't be an idiot.
What?
Just set the goddamn film reel down.
You know, since I don't think anybody's done it yet, prime site on new guy.
Prime site a new guy. You're wondering if he has any extra quintessence.
Mhm.
Right now, he is burning like the sun.
You, out of character, Mage Lore 2 told me after this happened to her, she'd assumed that he just popped.
Something very, 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 very big just happened with that pattern right there.
She looks at Harold. I think he's awake.
Oh boy.
I think
Alrighty, sure. Oh God, I feel like a guy who's all of a sudden in a delivery room.
By the way, Noah,
What? Yeah.
that guy right there? Yeah, you know that guy.
Oh, I know that guy.
Well, yeah, obviously, but that guy is kind of feeling very awkward right now because he has no clue how to deal with this shit. Okay. I can give you the rundown later on, but do you want the quick notes now? Yes, no, maybe.
Yes.
Magic is real. Bam. Okay. You are potentially one of the people that can control it. And we probably will have to talk to you about it later on. Having said that, however, you are here because of some reason. That reason the universe decided to show you. I don't know what it is, but hopefully you will be able to figure it out. Now,
Maggie is sort of just kind of sidling beside him and just trying to very gently take the film reel out of his hands.
don't touch it.
He's touching it.
Yes, because, well, let's put it like this. He's touching it, he's not getting hurt. Would you like to risk getting hurt?
After I just got punched in the face, no.
I have
There you
a.
go.
Hey, put it on the ground.
But this was the screen.
Put it down. Step away.
What? What's it?
Mr. Hayashi,
Yeah.
what did you see?
There was a storm and a screen, and the screen was far, far away, but it had everything. And there was the sky, there were the planets, there were the stars, and they were all great. But it was on a screen, and when I reached out, I could grab it.
Okay,
I don't know. This is what I ended up with.
fair enough. Okay, calming down. Let me think. How can we get this?
Burn it.
Okay.
If it's just mundane film paper, it should go up pretty quick.
Austin, at this point, Harold will look around the room to see if there's anything else of note.
Good. You go ahead and look around and see if there's anything else of note. You notice that under the film projector, there happens to be a case, presumably of other film tapes. It's to sort of describe the tapes a little bit better. It is 8mm tape.
Pretty old
8mm
okay.
tape that's about, from your pinky to your thumb diameter big.
Okay, sure. Alright. Jesus Christ. Now this is more out of character. I'm just wondering what would happen if we played it. I'm not going to do
Somebody here has the curiosity flaw, so I'm gonna make a roll.
I hate you. Oh well, I still have a big stick to say now. It is the no stick. Alright. Noah, listen closely. Any detail that you saw might be useful, so, just try and remember if you can, okay? Don't force yourself, but try and remember if you can, okay?
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
Alright, let me think. God damn it. New mages. Jesus Christ.
Does the film case look different to everybody?
Ask them.
Well,
I'm asking as out of character.
The film case is the film case. There is nothing special about it. It seems like the one staple thing in this entire house.
okay.
Gonna walk over to it,
hmm
touch it once.
It does not burn you.
Pretty useful to know.
With a little bit of trepidation, gonna open up the case.
You go ahead and open up the case. There is no great deal of explosion. In fact, the only thing there are more 8mm tapes, Super 8 tapes, actually. And they're all labeled. All labeled Home Movies 1, Home Movies 2, Home Movies 3, 4.
And so on, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Going to try and activate Prime Sight.
Okay.
Nope, can't bring it forth.
It's difficulty
Actually,
4.
difficulty 4, so 2 successes, yes.
2 successes. All right. With 2 successes, Prime Sight active. You extend it for a little bit longer because you got 2 successes. Right. Those Super 8 tapes, they are glowing under Prime Sight, as well as the tape that Noah there is apparently holding.
Is there an empty slot in this case?
There is one empty slot.
Maggie's going to pick up the case and walk over to Noah. Harold, right?
Yeah.
I think I found our culprit.
Alright. Mr. Hayashi, would you mind replacing the tape?
Sure. He's gonna stand up, look at the tape, look at the box, look at Maggie, look at Harold, look at Tommy, look at the tape, reach out, put it in the box with like this okay look on his face.
There is no explosion.
Gonna shut the case.
The case goes ahead and closes. Click, click.
Yay. Yeah, for now. Alrighty. I'll still look around with time set actually. Just
Okay.
see if anything changes. Because
Tommy's gonna shoot a text to Jericho. Found it.
The text comes back 10 minutes before the text you actually send. You know that there's the timestamp there
Mhm.
for every single text? Yeah. The text response comes back about 10 minutes before the text that you sent that simply reads, okay, destroy it.
Tommy looks at them. All right,
Mhm.
let's destroy it.
Nice.
Another text, this time 15 minutes back in time, simply says, try to ping on time. That's the aspect we forgot about, I think.
Time. Who else here has any time abilities? She looks at Harold.
Yes. What did he
So-
say?
If you and
What
I
did he
work
say
together,
that stupid cryptic way of his?
he told us to focus on time because that was the only aspect that they didn't destroy. You think you and I can do it?
potentially. Let's think. How would we destroy it in time? Just fuck. I hate this shit so much. Alright. Basically, there's, I guess, two ways to go about this shit. It's either take it out of the timeline or, put it in the right timeline.
Here's a question.
Go on.
What if each of these films is a different time? Fine.
Then we'd have to place it in each in a different one, obviously.
What if we converge them all together?
That's potential.
Do you have power over matter enough to do that?
I guess I could try, but probably not.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
What happens when you burn a tape?
It melts.
True. It changes state from a solid into a liquid. What mixes better, solids or liquids?
Liquids, obviously.
Hey, I think I can have common sense.
No. Yeah, well,
I do have common sense.
good for you.
Mm-hmm. You want to know what common sense is telling you?
Burn it.
Burn it. Burn
Burn
it.
the witch. Burn the
Burn it.
witch.
Burn it. Burn it. But
Maggie.
you need the right place and the right time to burn it.
Mm-hmm.
She looks over at Tommy. Ask Jericho if we should burn it.
She will text Jericho. Should we
Put-
burn it? When
put-
should we burn it? How should we burn it?
Fire most likely is the how.
You get a text response about 10 minutes into the future. What the fuck? It's all on fire. It's a goddamn inferno.
LOL, sorry.
So what did he say?
He texted me from the future, and apparently everything is an inferno.
Oh, God. Alright, let's put it like this. How can we do this without, our heads getting blown up? I'm gonna assume, due to the text message, that when we set this thing on fire, however we do so, whenever we do so, the whole house will burn down.
I think so.
Why
That would be at least the logical conclusion.
Why not just throw it in the hearth?
Yeah.
I mean,
A weird
I
idea.
don't.
A weird idea comes to you, Noah. A weird idea comes to you, Noah. You've never been in a living room, and yet you know that it has a hearth.
I mean, I've never actually been there, but I know it has one. And you know what they say about houses? They say a hearth is its heart. It's its prime, its focus, its center. Right?
Whoever is playing this cruel trick on me loves puns and plays on words. Ugh.
Did you piss off Edgar Allan Poe at some point?
Potentially. Or past live
Well,
bullshit.
guess we should try it.
Alright, let's go downstairs. Is the wind still blowing in the corridor below?
Okay, you can descend the ladder rather easily. You notice that there is still that crack along the ceiling, that new one that opened up to the sky. It is still completely pitch black outside, but there is no wind.
Alright, well, it's something.
I'm so happy to be rid of this house. This house sucks.
Yeah, fuck this house.
Yeah. As one of the great philosophers one time said, fuck your couch, house. Fuck your couch. So, we'll go downstairs, I guess.
Downstairs.
I'll also keep an eye out on those masks, just in case.
Okay, yeah, that was probably a smart move. You descend this staircase. The masks are now all looking at you. It seems as if the corridor got at least 10 feet shorter. It's as if the mask went ahead and walked up a few steps, looked at you, and currently all of their mouths are completely open in utter shock. As if they're reacting to what what you were doing.
I'll just talk at him, really. It's like, what? We're trying to destroy this curse. Don't look at me like that.
The party goes ahead and proceeds into the living room. The hearth is there. It's wide open.
Mm-hmm.
That gas knob is there as well.
Oh boy.
Not fucking with a gas knob.
You know who will?
I will elbow Tommy in the face if I have to.
Tommy starts looking at it, and suddenly there is a hand in her face.
Gonna push her into Noah. Hold her.
What?
Just don't let her move, okay?
You heard Pinky, hold me. He sticks her tongue out at Neon.
Gonna put
Well,
the.
fine, I'll hold you. Grabbed?
Don't be.
Once
No,
again,
sir, don't be afraid to get a little handsy.
Hey!
don't. While you may have taken my class for horror, sex reasons, knock it off before you
What?
start it.
We're gonna have to talk later about the kind of classes you offer because they sound leaps and bounds more interesting than what I'm currently in.
No, it's about tantra, and all the kids think it's about sex. Knock it off,
Dummy.
children.
She's gonna set the canister in the fireplace and open it up, and then she's gonna pull out a lighter. Gonna spend a point of quint. And can I spend willpower on Arete rolls?
Question, do you have Prime 2?
I don't have Prime 2, but I have Forces 3.
He has a lighter as well. He can simply use that as a focus.
Huh?
Yep.
Fair enough, fair enough.
He can actually
Basic-
can actually just grab the fire and move it to.
Yep.
Okay, fair enough. You are using a point of quint to make your roll a little bit easier. You
Coincidentally?
you can use willpower, actually. You can indeed use willpower in Arete rolls.
I will spend a point of willpower this time because I don't want to get hit in the face again.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Difficulty 5 or 6?
You're using
No.
forces 2.
Forces 2.
You're using your lighter as the focus. You've done this trick before, right?
I have caught things on fire, yes, before.
Okay, you realize that if you do this, you're going to exhaust the entire lighter, actually. All of the liquid fuel is going to be used up.
That's fine, it's a Zippo, I can refill it later.
Okie dokie. Go
Alright.
ahead and roll.
Actually, Austin,
Yes.
while that is going on, I'm going to take a look at those gas knobs. I'm going to take a inhale through my nose. Like,
You inhale.
really-
Can I roll at least like perception or wits to see this happening,
Unless
or
you're
attempt
getting
to see?
current.
You guys want to smell if there is gas already present or what?
Is there gas already present, and if those knobs are opened?
Yeah.
The knobs are closed. There is no gas currently present. If there was, you'd all be dead.
This is true.
So, it's
Lighting
fair
the
to
lighter,
ask.
and rolling my Arete, spending a point of quint and willpower.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't give extra successes, it lowers difficulty.
Well, then I think that is 3 successes.
With the willpower is 4.
Yeah, it's 4.
Yep. All right. Fair enough. You go ahead and use that lighter as your focus. You go ahead and force the flame in that lighter to go ahead and bounce from where it is right now onto the canister. You go ahead and force that heat, that energy to go ahead and boil and cover all of these Super 8 films. You go ahead and force the liquid inside the Zippo to continually fuel this ever-increasing and ever-growing fire, actually. And the films, they start to burn. And you hear from behind you that pained screams of anguish.
From the masks.
Tommy can feel Noah like. Stop that!
She's just gonna hug him. It's okay.
No, it's not
okay, I
I'm
think.
hearing those goddamn things in my sleep lately. Dude, fucking.
You'll get used to things happening in your sleep. Trust me.
Bitch and moan all you want, you piece of shit house. It's still not going to change you from burning.
And indeed, as the film starts to burn, the room gets hotter.
Guys, I think we need to get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Gotta make sure it all gets together into one puddle.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. How long do you want to wait?
Until it's a puddle.
Actually, I'll actually just use my Forces 3 effect to increase the heat of this flame. Just basically force it into super combustion.
I'm gonna move back.
Yeah,
like,
I'm already, guys
Tommy's
move
gonna go
back.
back too.
Just move towards the door and, point of willpower.
If everybody is moving away, Maggie is not sticking around.
Okie dokie.
All back to the door.
Let the adept
Okay.
do what he needs to do.
Yeah. And at this point, once again, the focus will be one of the tattoos. This time, it is the fire tattoo on his belly. Well, actually, the elemental signs, but, the fire one is actually the one lighting up. And this time, he's just that inner fire that has been taught to him throughout his training, just to harness it into the most powerful force in the universe. He just... Basically, he raises his arms up and out, and then just brings them together and forces the energy from his stomach into the fire.
Roll it, my good sir. Roll it.
Yeah, spending a point of willpower, by the way, just so you know.
Of course.
Which was useful.
Oh,
because
God.
Oh god.
You notice that reality wants to say no to you. The inner fire inside you, that fire elemental that you've gone ahead and scarred or tattooed onto your body, it leaps to life into your psyche, and you go ahead and look at how much this house and how much the universe wishes this not to be, wishes for more equilibrium, wishes for the fucking status quo to remain fucking status quo, but you go ahead and say, no, this is my world, I will change it as I deem, and you force this fire to come out. You force the Super 8 taste to combust even more. You notice the fire goes ahead and rages and roars, actually, from the hearth. And the house goes ahead and starts to get even hotter, and you notice that around you, flames are starting to catch up onto the walls and onto the floor, and the moaning and groaning of the spirits around increases 110 times fold. It is a deafening experience.
Mhm.
It's now really hot. You're starting to sweat. Everybody's starting to sweat.
All right, kids, I think it's time to leave. And being, the elementary school teacher that I apparently am, I'll start to herd them out of the house.
Don't have to tell them twice, I don't think. Except maybe Tommy. In
Nope,
which
Tommy's
case
going.
Maggie's going to pick up Tommy just to make sure. Up over the shoulder.
You start to rush out of the living room. You start to rush out of the front door. You take just a single utter moment to look behind you. The masks have now gone ahead and returned to their original position, and they are covered in flames. They are moaning. They are groaning. They are dying right before you. And as you rush out, Jericho currently has his phone out in front of him as he looks towards you, sending a text, and he's screaming, "What did you do?"
Talk later, running now.
We did it! She yells from over Maggie's shoulder.
Yay! Let's get the fuck out of here!
They did it.
I show Tommy how to make a real fire.
Oh, we also found this. And she points to Hiyashi.
That's a person. There's an explosion in the kitchen.
We tried to cook with gas.
Tommy claps excitedly at the explosion.
He's gonna grab Tommy's helmet, put it on Tommy's head, and set her on the bike. Let's talk, more drive. Gonna hop on the back.
Okay. Anyone else trying to fit on my bike? She says
Nope.
as she starts it up.
No, I have the Vespa. If needed.
Okay, bye. Call me later. She looks at Hiyashi. They have my number. Vroom.
Oh shit!
They're weird.
Yeah, like my old teacher used to say, she needs a discipline. He was a stereotype, now that I think about it.
Jericho, for his part, stands a little bit a ways from the now Inferno.
Well, yes, obviously.
He's gonna go ahead and start to watch it from a field away as things start to burn. The superheated structure goes ahead and collapses, and clunk, 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 clink, 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 clink. Wood goes ahead and snaps. Furniture goes ahead and falls through the goddamn ceiling as maybe finally whatever the hell this thing is, whatever phenomenon that was here, starts to collapse in on itself. And my good friend Harold,
Mm-hmm.
are you still watching with time sight?
Yes.
In your time sight, you see this fiery destruction, and
Mhm.
at least for now, at least in this very, very moment, there is no reconstruction. This is what seems to be a final fiery destruction.
Okay.
What do you do? The scene is yours.
I walk over to Jericho.
hmm
I hate you so much right now.
It's good to have you walking around again.
Sure. Let's go with that. Yes. It's good to be walking around again, I agree, but next time get some more information on the place before you decide to send people in. Please.
Tell me, how'd they do?
Yeah. The one that's not Tommy panics a lot. A lot.
Mhm.
The kid over there, he has potential if nothing else.
Yeah, he's new, says pointing over to Noah.
Thank you for sharing that information, half an hour after the fact.
What are you talking about? This is the first time I'm seeing this bloke. Where'd you come from?
He's a student of mine.
Well,
He's one of the few that actually passed his exam, too, mind you. But,
oh wow, one of the top percentiles. Interesting.
if you consider 72% top, yeah.
Well, what's your name?
I'm Noah.
Jericho. extends a hand. Nice to meet you.
Looks ahead, looks Jericho. Hi. Yeah. Sure. He'll reach out and shake it. Well, being distracted by the fire, almost as if he's trying to look for currents of the air, actually.
There is another brief destruction, and maybe perhaps only to your vision, in the flames, in the fire, there is a form that just goes ahead and stands there. It's not composed of any material. It is just composed of air. And if there is nothing else, we can go ahead and have a nice little outro and end our scene there.
Mhm.
All right, then. Thank you, players, for playing and indulging me. Thank you, watchers, for watching and hopefully finding even more enjoyment after the fact. And we hope to see you all again sometime. Have a good night, everybody.